I heard a noise from you. It sounded like you were about to make the W sound, and I'm like, okay, well, do you want to do the intro?
No.
Do you want to say welcome back?
Actually, I was gonna go boom bate, boom bate.
What?
Go, did you
What?
die?
Excuse me?
I was gonna just like randomly kick in the Bobobo theme song, as if I had been singing it off camera or something.
Da, 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 whoa, whoa.
Yeah, but then I got into the problem of I don't know the lyrics.
Okay, well, welcome back to Friendsim. We're gonna try to we're gonna
get murdered and then we're gonna do it right,
yeah.
as we are like to do around here.
Yeah, it seems like we always do the bad endings first. Like I think we did the good ending first, like one time.
And what a shameful day that was.
How was it? It was like it was with Amesia, because we danced. Okay, go for it. Just freaking tear my whatever up. Just surgery, you know.
You're a doctor.
Okay, come here. Lift your shirt so I can see your injured bellow sac enclosures. Yes, like that. Turn the part that's all bloody and horrifying towards me.
She has something that looks like some kind of ointment. It's a shade of bright green, similar to the slime bed you see around the nursery. And it also seems to be glowing. Seems like there's nothing wrong about applying it to your skin. But despite your optimism, the second Bronya rubs some of it on your broken skin, you feel a searing hot pain like you just got doused with poison. You flinch back instinctively. Your momentum carries you too far, and as you step back, you trip on something behind your feet. You cartwheel your arms, but it's no use. You're going down, and you're yelling timber.
Oh.
You feel something soft and squishy break your fall, and you hear a terrible squelching noise and some kind of animal squeal.
Aww.
You have fallen right onto one of the wigglers. You roll off of it, but there's no use. It's squished flat, and you're covered in olive fluid that makes you think you think it might be blood.
What is with this game and killing olive blood specifically? Because in Amesia's route, it was an olive blood. In Skylar's route, you know, the first one, you know, blood, you see it's olive. And now it's an olive wiggler. And I'm just like, what's with all of the olives? What is this reoccurring olive death theme?
People just hate furries, man. We are like prejudiced against. You look up to see Bronya's horrified face and know that there is no hope of friendship in those vengeful eyes.
Aww. You might want to run before I throw you out of this window and break the rest of your bones.
But you did it. It's your fault, lady.
What window?
The one they didn't draw.
But I mean, you're underground.
You're in a building underground.
Well, yeah. Oh, that's scary. Oh God, has a little frowny face, and it's just like whenever you killed. How do you pronounce his name? Demian. You remember? Because there was like this freaking cartwheel thing, and he was choking to death. And
oh, Meat Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he died. I remember that happening.
Dude, it's the one that you kept reading weird.
I know the episode in question. I just don't remember most of its details.
Ugh.
Well, again, that was her fault.
Well, yeah. Bloody control freak.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know, man.
I'm just like it's very out of character that she couldn't recognize her own like culpability there.
Her own what now?
That it was her fault.
Gotcha.
Be a weenie! You definitely do not like the idea of wading into a monster fight, not even to help to save the progenitor of your new friend's species. In fact, you don't like that Bronya is so focused on protecting all these helpless toddlers and distressed animals instead of taking care of you.
Excuse you? Hey! 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 I will break myself into the game and maul you. Freaking ugh.
You stammer out that you don't think you can take on any kind of monsters right now. In fact, you just felt another stab of pain in your ribs. You might be blacking out. Bronya's concerned face turns in your direction as you start to swoon. She catches you before you hit the ground, and your heart flutters.
Oh my god.
You look up at her serious face, and she looks like such a mom, but also such a friend. Like some sort of combination of these two concepts.
Like a mom friend? Yikes, you don't look so good. I can't leave you alone, not when you're in such a bad shape. Seriously? You're cut. She has more important things to worry about than your stupid... We wouldn't beat up people with... And now you're...
You're not a very nice guy, to be brutally honest.
Maybe I could carry you on my back while I try to stop the rampaging Lucius? Yes, do that!
Your heart flutters turn into a pinpricks of alarm. That sounds dangerous, mainly for you.
Do it!
You try to think of what you can say to dissuade her, something other than, I think you should ignore the helpless babies and mothers in danger behind you in favor of continuing to hold me in your strong arms. But before you can speak, you hear a commotion behind her. She turns and looks over her shoulder, and her face sags with relief.
Yes, the other Jades are here.
The invisible ones.
They should know what to do. We've taken care of crises like these before. Of course, usually I'm there to help.
If you crane your neck, you can just glimpse a crowd of trolls corralling the rogue Lucius away from the mother grub, while other trolls calm the remaining Luci and swoop up any wigglers in harm's way.
It looks like I needn't have worried. They're more than capable of stepping in while I'm otherwise occupied. I'm so proud.
You take this opportunity to compliment her on what a good leader she must be to have trained the others so well. Super smooth. She beams at you and sets you down carefully on the cavern floor, kneeling at your side.
This could have gone quite badly. I'm glad I didn't make the wrong choice when I stayed to help you instead of rushing off. It just goes to show, sometimes the best thing you can do for the group is take care of the weakest person in it.
I guess.
Sometimes. Yeah, I mean, I still feel like you should have...
Honestly, fuck groups in general, but yeah.
Well, no, I mean... I feel like the, rampaging Lucius, which was a danger to a large group of people, was more of an issue than this one random stranger. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
You kind of want to object to being called the weakest person, but you did just fake a fainting spell for attention, so maybe now is the best time. Instead, you thank her sincerely for sticking by your side.
Okay, so I was pretty sure he was faking, but I wasn't 100% sure, and yeah, I'm extremely mad at him right now. Just player character is just an extreme douchebag.
Yeah.
Just seriously.
An opportunistic fiend. A friend fiend.
Fucking moron.
The two of you watch together as order is gradually restored to the chaos below, and even with your injuries, you feel close to content and quite hopeful about this relationship is progressing. You notice that at your side, several wigglers are blindly squirming around, confused and crying. There are some young trolls here too, looking around all lost and bereft. You're not sure if their Luci ran off with the others that got involved in the fracas, or if these little guys are orphans now. Now that you're seeing them out in the natural cavern light, the wigglers look less like maggots to you. In fact, they're even kind of cute. You can see why Bronya would want to take care of them. One of the smallest wigglers closest to you has somehow flipped himself over onto his back and seems unable to right himself, his little legs waving in the air while he cries. Trying to be careful with your ribs, you reach out to scoop him up and cradle him into your chest, rocking him back and forth until his cries quiet down.
Aww. Wow, you have a very strong nurturing instinct. I think he likes you. You almost look like you could be his Lucius. Or a Jade Blood.
You are pleased that she approves of your caretaking display.
Hmm.
The Wiggler's cough breaks through your haze of smug satisfaction, and you look down, you realize that he seems to have been having some trouble breathing. You point this out to Bronya.
Good observation. You really are a natural at taking care of other creatures, aren't you?
Good job. You noticed you were suffocating. You're good at this.
I just imagine you doing that like the Professor Oak voice.
Good job. You noticed that you were suffocating it. You must be good at taking care of children.
Some people find that nurturing ability to be very attractive in a potential friend. But as far as the Wiggler, this is definitely not a good sign. I'm surprised none of these drones have noticed that he's sick. If we leave him here, he'll be cold for sure.
Bronya takes the Wiggler from you, and you're more than happy to hand him over, considering that you have no idea what to do with a sick baby that's not your species. Also, your broken ribs make holding a baby kind of painful, and Bronya holds the Wiggler carefully, but with perfect ease, just like you hope she'll cradle your new friendship in its infancy. Once Bronya feels assured that her jades have the situation at the brooding caverns under control, you both take the Wiggler back to the Jade Blood nursery. You hover around uselessly while Bronya sets out some kind of crib filled with green slime. You're a little concerned when she takes the Wiggler and submerges him under the slime, because, like, he was already having trouble breathing? Surely drowning in a slime won't help.
Sorry, I'm sorry. The soaper should help strengthen his bellow sacs and soothe his sorrow. Shoot. When he gets healthy again, I'll take him back to the cavern and set him free to make his cocoon and pupate. But he's so small. It's unlikely that she'll survive the... Is it a boy or a girl? But he's so small. It's unlikely that she'll survive the trials or be selected by Lucius.
And why is the S on Shield, like, scrunched into the H?
Mm.
You hate to see Bronya looking sad. You try to be sympathetic, mentioning your astute observation that the whole system set up with the Wigglers and the trials and the culling seems pretty brutal.
What? Oh no, I would never suggest. This is just the way the world works. And it's fine. It's fine. The trials are how young trolls prove that they're strong enough to survive. It's only right for the weak to be culled. It's the purpose of Jade Bloods to ensure the continuation of our species, and consequently the hemospectrum. 1. We are not revolutionaries. 2. We are meant to do our jobs and keep our heads down and keep things running smoothly. 3. I would never presume to question the basic tenets of Alternian society. That would bring negative attention from the High Bloods, and I just want to keep my jades safe.
You look around at the nursery, and all these injured or underdeveloped Wigglers that Bronya was apparently supposed to let die. You think it might not be true that she doesn't question the way our world works. She's looking at you like she's scared you'll call her out on it and expose her altruistic tendencies. You try to salvage this conversation thread. Did you say that culling Wigglers sounded brutal? You meant neutral. Yes, you feel 100% neutral on this topic, neither committed to the culling side of things nor eager to take up some arms in revolution.
Ah, yes. Neutral is how I feel about it as well. What a good word to describe exactly how I feel about all controversial political subjects. Did I mention that keeping this nursery isn't technically illegal? Because it isn't. Technically. There's no reason for any of Triz's drones to come investigating our hive. If any drones do come knocking, we have nothing to hide. No borderline revolutionary ideas will be tolerated within these walls.
Bronya laughs nervously and looks around the room like she's making sure that any Imperial drones hiding in here heard her announcement. You feel bad for her how nervous she is. You didn't mean to freak her out. You tell that she sounds super convincing, and why shouldn't she? Because she's clearly telling the truth. If you were an Imperial drone, you would definitely be satisfied right now with her clearly law-abiding and neutral ways.
Thank you. That means a lot.
You cast about for something to change the subject, and mention that your ribs are feeling a bit better. Bronya's face brightens, and she lifts up your arm gently so she can touch the injured part of your torso, examining it in the typically responsible and authoritative way. You shiver and wonder if her touch has healing properties.
I'm glad to hear that. After all, I don't like it when my friends suffer.
Your heart leaps. You look up, scarcely allowing yourself to hope. Could it be, or was she just making a general statement?
If you're not in any more pain, hopefully that means your injuries will heal soon. I'll take care of you until then, my friend.
You are overcome. Your eyes fill with tears. Bronya smiles at you and squeezes your hand.
Oh.
Victory!
Self-care comes first. So who was the baby? Was it you? You look like you might be an olive blood. What's with this game in olive bloods? What is this one? That's like aqua. Are you a mutant? There's no aqua bloods. Unless you're supposed to be a teal blood. I don't know. You look a bit bright for a teal blood.
I don't know, it looks teal to me.
I don't know.
You know what's funny? Technically color only exists in your own eyeballs.
What?
Yeah, like,
Excuse you?
no two humans or anything really perceive color exactly the same way. It's literally generated in your eyes. Well, in your brain and eyes.
But like color is like whenever like like the wavelengths and it bounces off of stuff and it has like so colors have like it's like the different colors that bounce back off, right? And that's the wavelengths that combine in your brain, right? So
I could be full of bullshit right now. Like,
I'm not explaining this very well.
What? No, because I know what you're saying, and that is the way I understood it once. But I watched a video recently that I forget the exact subject was not on like whether colors actually exist. It was like something about can light be black? Sorry?
Making noises. Anyway.
I forget. Somewhere in all that, they made some sort of statement about how colors are actually like the thing I said. It's late.
Yeah, oh dang, it's like 1:07 in the morning.
Yeah, man.
Dang.
Lots of homestuckery happened here.
Yeah, man. And we won! And we victoried! And good times happened for all and good.
And there was zero reason to suspect this chick was a lesbian.
What is with you, man?
You're the one who said that they were a lesbian with the other one.
I said that it was, like, everybody was declaring that it had to be official that her and Wanashi, which Wanashi wasn't even in this video.
I'm just saying there was nothing at all to even remotely indicate. Therefore,
I mean,
I am disappointed. This game has a really huge lack of lesbians.
What is your obsession with lesbians?
I don't know. I stopped questioning it years ago. I don't think it's an obsession. I think it's just that they're easier for me to write than any other kind of character. I don't know why that is.
I'm just saying, you keep making a point of talking about how disappointed you are every time there's not lesbian stuff happening, even though the only interactions you ever really see are with, like, you and the troll that you talk to.
Which is also disappointing. But I do not make it a point every time. I'm specifically bringing it up right now because you said that they were officially lesbians according to the fans.
Because it's, like, she was one of the Valentine's Day trolls, and that was, I don't know, I thought that was an interesting topic to bring up.
It was.
Because Valentine's Day.
And this is the continuation of that conversation. This is the logical conclusion.
But where would lesbianism even be brought up in this?
The other troll could have cameoed early on instead of this game being what it normally is.
That wouldn't make sense.
I don't care. I'm dissing on your game because I can.
Well, you're mean.
Only to you. That's how you know you're my best friend. 'Cause I can be mean to you.
Doesn't mean you should be.
Yeah.
Uh,
To be fair, I'm being mean to this game and the people who made it, really.
I like this game.
Why?
What do you mean, why? I like the characters.
Okay, now legitimately, why?
Okay, you cannot tell me that you cannot tell me that Skyla.
Skyla?
Yeah, Skyla. I was starting to question if I pronounced her name wrong. Anyway, you can't tell me that Skyla or Bronya, either one of them, is bad. They're both good characters, and I like them.
I mean, they weren't insane and bizarre like the other trolls, but Skyla was a southerner, and this chick is a control freak, both of which are no good.
What? Zarava is best troll because I'm biased.
Okay.
But if Zarava being disqualified for a second,
Okay.
these two are like, they're so great.
They're very stable, unlike everyone else we've encountered thus
There
far.
is literally nothing wrong with Skyla. Did I pronounce her name right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just saying. There's not a single negative thing you can say about her. Not a one. Not a single. Not a none. Nine.
So she has no flaws.
That we have been presented with, yes. Or no, or how are you?
So she's a Mary Sue.
No.
Boop. Ow! Why?
Because you're trying to insult this game when it has presented us with two very good characters. Even if you don't like Bronya, you literally can't say anything bad about Skyla.
You're right, I can't, except that she's Southern, and I have a bias against Southerners.
But she wasn't even like a bad Southerner stereotype thing that's like really obnoxious.
I know.
Or like typing wasn't even all that Southern.
I know.
Like, so you don't even get the mental impression that she has like the super hick kind of accent.
I know.
So she's a good character! Fuck you!
Me not having a leg to stand on does not make her a good character.
Yes, it does! And I like Bronya because, I don't know, mom friend. And she's a leader and she's good and I like her.
Good, I'm glad.
Even if she's kind of a control freak.
I'm glad you like this weird game that you keep playing. It's important to like the things you do.
You are dismissive of like everything. And one of these days, I don't know, something will happen.
You
And
know,
it'll be all your fault.
you're absolutely right.
Anyway, this ending has gone on way too long.
Hasn't it? It's
Yeah.
all your fault.
You're the one trying to bash the game!
You're the one who didn't end it.
I'm trying to defend this game that I like because it's a good game, and you're trying to insult Skyla. Like, okay, I can see you insulting most of the characters, but like literally, seriously, Skyla is best girl so far as I've seen.
I mean, she's kind of boring. I still like Art Chick more than her.
What do you mean she's boring?
She was boring.
She just freaking beat the crap out of this whole thing in the searing sunlight and fucking shooting lasers and shit. Did you not see that?
I saw it. I narrated it.
What is wrong with you?
She bored me. I don't know.
She did not bore you. You're lying.
I am not lying.
You're lying. You're trying to. You're lying to because you have this need to dislike things.
I mean, I do, but that's got very little to do with this.
Lying.
I found both of these characters boring.
No, you did not.
Like all the
You're
other ones.
lying.
The other ones were all like, okay, the first two were. The spider lady was horrible. The meat guy was quirky but acceptable.
He was creepy.
Yeah,
You
kinda.
made him way creepier than he had to be.
I mean, he was clearly intended to be creepy.
I don't care. You just had to. Oh, you crunk it up to like 11.
Eye patch chick, him, it, they, was a stoner.
Is that a problem?
It's cliche.
Wow. Shut up.
Just, I don't know, Art Chick was arguably the most sociopathic here, but also arguably the most enjoyable to just be around.
How is Art Chick more enjoyable to be around than Skyla? She gives you pancakes!
Because I don't give a shit about
dog!
pancakes. I don't like dogs.
But beating people up!
Only because other people started shit. It's boring. Defending your farm is boring.
Going out and burning alive, like that was basically the equivalent of like if the front door to your house led to hell.
Yeah.
And you had to go fight demons to protect your parent pet.
Anyway, look. Let me say this.
Okay.
Yes. Very badass of her.
Yes.
Very awesome fight, do good. Yeah, I'm sure
Yes.
if I didn't have this horrible bias against Southerners and Westerns and all things country, it wouldn't be a problem.
Do you hate What's-Her-Face Country Pony from My Little Pony?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like...
Why?
Because she's country. That's literally all there is to it. Well, hate's a strong word, but... It's like, I try to like such characters, but I can't. I just can't.
But Skyla, best girl!
I mean, technically.
No, not technically. Just plain factually. It is for a fact. She is the obvious... And what do you have against Bronya outside of just, control freak? I think that is your issue with her.
I mean, control freak, weird cultist vampire with, like, the need to protect the babies, and I don't like babies.
You know what? I think this ending has taken up, like, half the video. So you know what? We're ending. The ending. It is ended now. Goodbye, everyone. To see you next time. And stuff. Are you going to say bye?
I mean, if you really want me to, all you have to do is ask.
Say bye.
No, you have to ask.
Please say bye.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye!